This is normal LEGO, but today I'm burning, freezing and destroying LEGO to simulate the worst disasters you'd never ever want that they happen to your own LEGO. Starting with flooding an entire LEGO house with slime. Please do not try this with your LEGO. So I got my hands up in this modern LEGO house with 2 stories, a winter garden and 2 bedrooms. Then I purchased a slime and the action can commence. Let's see who will survive. I don't think anyone is gonna survive this, and if they do, they also have to withstand an entire sandstorm. But before that, they also need to deal with a Halloween invasion. Pumpkin skeletons, a farmer mummy, a scarecrow, and some Minecraft zombies are infecting the house. That literally is the scariest house ever. But also these creatures are not safe from the upcoming event, the sandstorm. The sand somewhat neutralized the slime, but otherwise took over the entire house. But that is only the start, because later in this video we will also be looking at fire, ice and much more, only so you realize what could happen to your own LEGO. But first, I have another disaster. How bad would it be if you were building a cool LEGO set like this ice speeder, but just when you're about to finish your LEGO set, your progress was set back because of a glitch?
How?
Or when you want to relax and build a LEGO set with a cup of hot chocolate, but because of a glitch, you overcommit and push down too hard.
What? Dude! How?
And the worst of all, you finally finish building and you intend to place down your set very carefully. But because of a glitch, your position wasn't registered properly. And just when you place down your LEGO set, you switch position and drop your precious build to the ground.
Dude, what? Nah, bro. Enough is enough. Bro, I can't even quit anymore.
For the next disaster, we need a small build with a tree and a campfire. Now, a realistic way you could play this is that you light up the campfire and all of a sudden, the whole tree burns. Not really tragic, right? But out of nowhere, the flames become reality and you are confronted with an emergency. Now, what are you going to do? Well, I have an idea. Since all the elements become reality in this disaster, a fire truck should also be able to shoot real water. So let's test my theory. That did the job. Oh, wait, but that reminds me of something. Let's check if my assumptions are true. Yeah, just as I thought. Zane turned into a complete ice block, along with Kai, who is the elemental master of fire.
Dude!
At least he's dripping, but fire and ice are not the only elements. And for the element of water, we need another house. Okay, we definitely can't work with this newbie house. That's better. Now let me add a bunch of mannequins to see how a real-life scenario would look like. And let's start with a small summer rain. And more, and more, and more. The house starts to move. And the sun is shining again. Dude, our bro is chilling in his waterbed. He knew he will survive. But what happens if water gets cold? Well, either it turns into ice or we have snow. And so I'm also going to simulate heavy snowfall. And for that, I gotcha a pumpkin house and some 5 kilograms of salt. Now, in a swamp, there usually is no snow. But Steve managed to somehow craft a spell out of sugar and it started to rain snow. And not a little. His entire kitchen was flooded and he didn't dare move a millimeter anymore. However, that was not his only problem in his life. Because before this disaster, his entire front yard became real earth. At least, he now can also eat a real carrot. Okay, we now have looked at slimes, glitches and all sorts of elements, but there are still a lot more disasters to go. And I think the worst disaster would be if everything you touched became 2D. No joke. Imagine every time you touch your LEGO sets and minifigures, they become completely flat. That would be terrible. A minifigure head would look like a pancake. And I decided to simulate just this. Is it a good idea? No, but I'll do it anyways. And that is why I emptied my wallet to get this massive Ninjago build, which consists of over 1,500 pieces. But how will it look like if I turn it into a completely flat object?
3, 2, 1.
That clearly didn't work out, so I'll do it by hand. This is looking so cool, but don't get jealous. Just be glad you don't have to clean up this mess. Unless you use it as a poster. And that gives me the idea. The largest LEGO set is also the best 2D set LEGO has ever created. So I blew a hole into my wallet and also got this set for you. I've never seen that many 1x1 slopes in my entire life. And that is the flattest a LEGO set can go. And even though my creations are flatter, this one clearly took the dub, since it's way larger, consisting of over 11,000 pieces. And here's a small challenge. Can we fill all the countries with subscribers? Just type in the comments from which country you are, and I'll add the white pin there. On to the next disaster. And when I last were in the LEGO Land, I saw this huge fireworks event. So let's see if it actually will be a disaster for LEGO if things explode. And this time I need a bunker, because I will simulate a hailstorm, a meteor shower, and an explosion. It's occupied by the 501st Legion and led by Captain Rex.
Keep him safe, boys.
So let's start with the hailstorm. And for that one, I need a bit of ice. And I thought it ironic to use cupcakes as hail. Successful defense. So I will raise the bar and simulate a meteor shower to see if this will be a disaster. The people are still safe in there, at least Captain Rex. He's hiding beneath... Oh, he got hit hard, but nothing to worry about. So let's see if they will survive some explosions. Dude, that was so cool, but it did like nothing. So we need another build that is less stable. That was a very successful explosion. But what do you usually need to do after an explosion? Right, cleaning up everything. And so I got this car washing facility. Now, the owner accidentally put a little bit too much soap into his machine, and the entire build is consumed by a huge cloud of bubbles. At least the car got deep cleaned after this event, but I don't think that the motor still works properly, so it'll still cost the mechanic a whole lot of money, only because he was chasing Pokemons whilst doing his job. So never game, boys and girls, whilst doing something else. It's better to build LEGO. And if you're bored, start rebuilding sets, just like a friend of mine who completely redesigned his Ninjago set. His Brickenobi account is linked down below. Okay, so I simulated multiple disasters with LEGO and spent over 500 bucks. But know this, I did all this so you see how terrible things could be. See ya!